Remember when all YouTube videos were like this?
Holy fuck, damn, Pokemon got dark. Now, super major spoiler alert if you're still playing through Pokemon Sun and Moon and don't want to have the story spoiled for you, even though I'm not really going to spoil the story so much as just analyze the symbolic importance of something. But I am amazed by something you find on the third island. When you visit the third island, you get to go to Po Town, which is, in a weird way, exactly what it sounds like. It's a poor town. Whoa. And guess who lives here? Team Skull. You start to think about Team Skull and everything that they represent, a band of misfits who don't know any better, ne'er-do-wells who really aren't even that smart. And why aren't they that smart? Because they're orphans. They don't belong anywhere. Society doesn't want them, and so they're pushed off into this random town where it's fucking raining all the time somehow. Like, what the fuck, nature? And then they're under leadership that simultaneously cares about them a lot, but can't do what it needs to do to make them better people. These are just people who are abandoned by their society. And I don't know if Pokemon's always been this dark. I don't think it has been, to be honest. But I think now that I'm an adult and this is coming out now, I'm a little more aware of it. When you think about how politics fails its people, this is exactly how. The whole town is deserted. The police department isn't there anymore. It's underrun by fucking cats. And when I saw this imagery of a Spinda being hypnotized by a hypno, I immediately thought of drugs. To have some sort of psychedelic experience that sort of takes you out of the moment, to sort of induce hypnotism so that you do things that you wouldn't normally do, or so that you feel things that you wouldn't normally feel. When do people turn to drugs most? When they're beaten down, when they're tired, when they're impoverished. They start doing these drugs to sort of put themselves into a state of oblivion. And what does this represent to me? That same oblivion. No, not that one. I mean, it's no mistake that they chose rap to symbolize this team. Rap and poverty go hand in hand like fucking bread and butter. And actually, when you think about it, there's another abandoned place on this island, on this very same island. There's an abandoned megastore that's home to a bunch of ghosts. And instead of fixing it up or anything, they just decide to turn it into an attraction, which doesn't actually rake in any money. Maybe tourism, but not direct money from the attraction itself. And why is it filled with ghosts? Was there some kind of massacre here that we don't know about?
What, go back? Now is not really the time for your bullshit, alright?
And then you have the one police officer in town who looks tired and jaded, like he just doesn't give a fuck anymore. He's like, fuck it, take over the town. I don't give a shit. The rent's pretty low here. He literally says that. He literally says the rent is low. That's why he lives there. What the fuck, man? And they even really explain it here. This is a poor, run-down town that the government isn't supporting anymore. So that's why they have to manage everything themselves. They can't afford good housing. They can't afford good treatment for themselves. They can't afford school. Now, I haven't beaten the game yet, but if this plot point doesn't get explored later, then I'm going to be severely disappointed because this opens up a lot. This means that Team Skull aren't really bad people.
But we can't pay bills, so we got no power. You give us 10 Pokédollars, we'll help you out by healing your team before your next bout.
That means they're not above helping their enemies because they don't really have enemies. They're not bad people. They're just misguided youth who are looking for a way out of their current situation. I don't know why, but ever since the game was first announced and the trailer for Team Skull came out, I knew I was gonna like them a lot. All these other people, whenever they see Team Skull, they're like, ah, these fucking guys again. Can someone get them out of here? They don't even care enough to call the fucking police. They're just a nuisance. They don't want to have anything to do with them. They don't want to waste any funds or time on them. So when they see Team Skull, it's just like, you guys just get out of here, find something else to do with your time. But that's it. They don't have anything else to do with their time because your fucking government abandoned them. And now they're a bunch of kids that have nothing better to do but to steal other people's Pokemon because you shit on them the whole time. And when I think about Team Skull and Po Town, all I can think about is Detroit. Anyway, you have all these people who are just run down. Their whole neighborhoods have been abandoned, but due to crime, due to the government not doing anything in its power to help them at all. And then you end up with these misfits who have nothing better to do but commit crime and steal Pokemon. It doesn't really help that they all look like white rappers. Eminem.
Thank you, Nintendo, for not releasing a fucking capture card for this thing. And it has some of the greatest games I've ever fucking played.
If I had Sun, I could get more good footage of this because I could play through the game again and then, extract the cutscenes that I needed before I had already played through them. Fuck off! I'm doing the best I can. Shit. God damn it. Leave me alone. Jesus fucking Christ. I can't even come to my fucking YouTube channel without getting pestered and fucking judged. I don't come to this shit to be judged. I mean, I guess the like buttons are there. Get the fuck out of here.